Welcome to the Drunkard's Path. Brady decided he wanted to say hello to everybody, so he's kind of wandering around my feet. So I say hello. Okay, down you go. Lots and lots to show you today. I've been pretty busy the last couple of weeks. I hope everybody else has been in their sewing rooms because, wow, this weather has just been really dull. So it's kind of nice to see some beautiful colors with fabric. First thing I'm going to show you is a collection we have here for if you wanted to make a baby quilt. I know I've gone in lots of quilt shops and I haven't really seen a lot of baby fabric, but we do have a line here that I'm going to just show you in case you know somebody's expecting a baby and you wanted to get something made for them. So this collection is called Delivered with Love, and this first one is called Cloud, and it's got lots of nice little colored stars all over it. Very pretty, good for backgrounds. This one is called Gray, and it is the same pattern, but it's all white stars on like a gray background. Again, good for background of your quilt or maybe a border. This one is called Citrus, and it's just white lines on citrusy yellow background. Here's another one called Cloud, and it's really cute. It's all these little elephants, and they're all different colors. So this would go for boy or girl. Here's another gray one. It's got little elephants, bumblebees, mice, bunny rabbits. Very, very sweet. Very cute. This one is exactly the same. It's called Light Aqua. So more of a bluey green background. Here's another light aqua with elephants and bunny rabbits and their colorful balloons. This one's another one called Cloud, and this is the multicolored stripes on a white background. Two more. This one is Aqua, and it's a little darker color of the aqua with the white stars. The last one here we have is called Peach, and it is a peachy color, like probably a medium peachy color with the white stars. That's our collection of Delivered with Love, and I'm sure you can think of loads of quilts you can make with that collection. Now I'm going to show you what I've been working on. I have just completed my third quilt with the Perfect 5 Quilts book. And this is the one that uses the charm pack, so the 5-inch squares. And this one is called Pizzella quilt. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's a type of cookie, so they're all different cookies. And this particular one, without showing you, it kind of looks like this. So this book has just been incredible, like just to use up those 5-inch squares. And this is what I did with it. Here's my version of the quilt. I used 2 charm packs because it called for 2, but they were 2 totally different ones, and they just had lots and lots of color. And I used a flower power background. It has the white with all the fun colors, and it picked up all the colors that were actually in my charm pack. So I'm just going to lift this up, and that makes a good size quilt for a little person, a little boy or girl, or a nice lap quilt, something like that. But this one I'm going to give to my granddaughter when she comes over. She'll have her own little quilt that she can use. Again, that Perfect 5 book from It's So Emma. And I also have the Perfect 10 book coming in shortly, and I'll probably do one of those just to give you an idea of what you can do with layer cakes. Well, with Valentine's Day just around the corner, I've been sewing a lot of different Valentine's projects. And the first one that I made, I used, I think, 6 fat quarters that I had. And this one's called Love Letter, and this was a paid-for pattern I got from the Featherweight shop. We will link that below, but it's really super cute. It looks like kind of an envelope with the heart there. So I pulled some fat quarters, and this is what I came up with. Now on this one, you can see the heart is the darker color and the lighter colors are forming the envelope. I went with the lighter color heart and the darker colors with making the envelope. It was not that hard to do, and it didn't take me that long. And in the back is like that type of a closure, and it's again very simple to do, and I thought it turned out really cute, really sweet, fun project. Now I had a lot of fabric left over from those fat quarters, and Fat Quarter Shop every year they put out a free pattern. This one is called Made with Love. So we will again link this below, and you can go on and you can get this free pattern. And I just use again the leftovers from my pillow, and this is what it turned out. I thought it turned out really super nice. I love the colors, the pinks and the reds and the light pink background. And I even had still fabric left over, so the backing is the piece leftover fat quarter, and I pretty much use, not all, but almost all of those 6 fat quarters. So those 6 fat quarters went a long way making these 2 projects. Okay, next, in keeping up with my blocks that I've been working on, this one is from the Socialites 2. This is block 13, and it's called Innovate Block. And I have to say, that's a hard one. Yep, it's marked as experienced, and you better believe it sure was. It turned out nice. I think, turned out okay for me, but again, full disclosure, I had to cut out, let me think, I think it was, one of these. I had put one of these sew and flips. I went the wrong angle and I cut it, and you can't reuse it, you can't fix that, so you have to cut it and redo it again. So that's what I did, was I did that again. I laid it out on my board and made sure that I had everything going the correct way, because sometimes, your eyes can see something and then, oh, geez, missed it. And then you have to get the seam ripper out. But, for a 6-inch square, it did, I was, almost pulling my hair out by the end of it, but it did turn out. So these are the type you just want to do one and then just have a couple projects in between. This next one is from the Riley Blake Sew Along, and this is, I think, number 3 from the 2023 Riley Blake Sew Along, and this is called Threaded by Christopher Thompson. This is what the pattern looks like, and we can link that one below as well. And this is my version of that particular block. It wasn't too hard to do. I guess just make sure you get your 1/4-inch seam right and everything's going the correct way. I just like the colors in this one. It looks very springy to me. Okay, I think in the last video I was saying that I was going to start a new project. It's a cross stitch along, and this was from Fat Quarter Shop, and every month you get a pattern, and it's called the Shelf Life. So January's is the little snowman inside of the jar. So I got my pattern, it came in. So I made the first month. Now I put it on this gigantic piece of fabric, so I'm not going to use anywhere near all of it, but this is my finish for January. Now February we'll butt right up against there for the shelf, and you'll put that one. I'm going to put 4 in a row and then have 3 rows. So when it's all finished, I don't know how I'm going to fully finish it, but I think it'll be really cute, and it's not, it doesn't take too long. I think it took me 2 days to do this little guy, but I did see February's. It was shown on the Fat Quarter Shop on their Wednesday cross stitch video, so I'm looking forward to getting that one, which probably will come, for me being in Canada, probably get in about the 2nd week of February. So I will have this. I will show you that in a few weeks. Also from Fat Quarter Shop, I showed you the free pattern for the Made with Love that I just completed with the sewing of the the quilt that you can use for a wall hanging. This is the cross stitch that goes with that. Again, it is a free pattern on the Fat Quarter Shop, and it's not very big and it doesn't take long, but I did finish it. It's still, this is how, literally before this video, I was putting in the last stitches. So it's still on the hoop, but it's very cute. And it's keeping with the Valentine's theme pretty much of this video. So, yeah, it only takes three different threads. They are all DMC. You can get your DMC from Michael's, or I know Lori out at Petrolia at the Stitchery. She sells DMC threads out there, the floss. So several places you can get it locally, and of course if you live elsewhere, I'm sure there's lots of craft stores where you can pick it up. And we do carry the fabric, so have a look on our website if you want to do this free stitch. Now I like stitching with the housewives. As you can tell, I have my shirt on today. I don't have my regular Drunkard's Pass shirt on. I like these ladies. They make amazing patterns. They have a YouTube channel, and they have an Etsy shop and Fat Quarter shop, and probably several other places sell their patterns. And this one is another Valentine's one, and it was very modestly priced, and it's called Key to My Heart, and it's a round stitch. So what I did with it, after getting the pattern, this was a PDF, so I got it, downloaded instantly. And after I stitched it, this is my finish. So I went to Michael's. I purchased the wooden heart. I took my cross stitch and I cut the circle. And I left probably about a 1/4 inch all the way around, but I probably should have left more like a 1/2 inch, because I used some a cardstock as my base to put that on, but I put a piece of batting in between the cross stitch and the cardstock, and I used a hot glue gun, so be very careful. You can easily burn yourself doing this, but I used a little like that notion, it's called the purple thing. I used that, and I just turned the edges over every time. Put a little dab of glue, turn the edge, and then I stuck it on here, and then I made the bow and I put it on here. So this is my fully finished Key to My Heart. I just want to show you something that my uncle had picked up at an estate sale. It's like a scrapbook that a woman had kept from, I'm going to say it's around 1930 to about the 1960s, 1970s. And it was just a real gem of a find. He thought, that I would be interested. It looks a little worse for wear on the outside, but inside, this lady had cut out, apparently there must have been a column in the local newspaper, and it has all the blocks and it has the templates. So I can imagine this woman, drawing out these templates, and I think they used to use like cereal boxes or wherever they can get little bits of cardboard, and that's what they used to cut out, because they didn't have rotary cutters and they didn't have like all the modern day things that we have today. But there's just all kinds of different patterns and blocks, and it was just really something very informative for somebody who quilts to have a look at how they did it years and years ago. And going through some of the blocks are like, ooh, wow, that looks kind of difficult. And they don't have like the step-by-step instructions like that we have today, where they're very simple, where you practically don't have to read the instructions. You could just look at it. But it does give you enough to go on that you can make these quilt blocks, and some of them are applique, but it was really, really super interesting to go through it. And I don't know the lady who actually made this scrapbook, but I can almost picture her, waiting for the newspaper to arrive on each week, and she could cut out her column and have this nice book to go back on and make whatever quilt that she had in her mind at that time. I want to remind everybody that our quilt giveaway that's going to be drawn on April the 1st. I just want to show you again. This is the actual quilt pattern, and we have the background, the binding, And of course our layer cake that goes with the pattern. So anybody that makes a purchase from January 1st until March 31st is in the running to win this quilt kit. So good luck to everybody, and just a nice friendly reminder of what we're going to be giving away. And speaking of giveaways, we're going to do a mini giveaway on this particular video, and this is the 2024 Sew and Stitch calendar. Just if you want to win this, it's got these nice tabs for throughout the year, and the calendar is really great to keep track of all your projects, your quilts, your cross stitch, whatever. There's lots of space to write down things, or just everyday things that you need to a reminder on. I have one myself, and all my projects I've been keeping very careful to mark them all down so I know exactly when things were finished. So this is Lori Holt. She put this particular calendar out, and we're going to give this away. So in the comments below, just write something, anything. It doesn't really matter. There's no particular question that I'm going to ask you. I'm just fill in a comment, say what you're working on, what you'd like to see in our video, just something pleasant. In the next video, we'll announce the winner and how they can contact us, and then we'll get your prize out to you right away.
Okay, so a quick thing from me. We had some feedback on the site about how some people, especially when they're using tablets or like iPads, stuff like that they can't quite scroll down when they're using like the cart. That issue has been fixed. So if you had an issue with that before, not going to have it now. If you do have any other comments or concerns you have about the site, please let us know at support@drunkersbath.com.
Reminder that right now we have our Finish the Bolt sale, so there's still several bolts that we have fabric on. So it's 30% off whatever amount you want off that particular bolt. It goes from now until January the 31st. Again, thank you so much for your support, and as always, keep sewing, keep stitching.